Chosen one, what I'm about to tell you will change how you see yourself forever. Not slightly, not gradually, completely. Because God is revealing something right now about you, about what you actually are, about why you've never fully fit in a world that was never fully built for you. And once you hear this, you cannot unhear it. So take a breath and receive this. You are not fully human. Wait, before your mind rejects that, before logic tries to explain it away, stay with me. Because what I mean is deeper than biology, more profound than science, more real than anything you've been taught. You exist in human form, but what lives inside you is not ordinary, not average, not standard. What lives inside you was placed there before you arrived here. Before your first breath, before your first memory, before anyone gave you a name. Something was deposited in you, something ancient, something powerful, something that has been trying to surface your entire life. And the reason you've always felt different is because you are. Not different like broken, different like rare, different like one in a generation, different like specifically designed for a specific time, for a specific purpose that only you can fulfill. Let me show you what I mean. You've never fully belonged, not in your family, not in your friend group, not in any room you've ever entered. You smile, you participate, you function, but somewhere underneath it all, there's a part of you that watches, that observes, that feels slightly outside of everything. Like you're present, but not fully planted here. Like you're visiting rather than residing. You thought that was loneliness. You thought that was social anxiety. You thought something was wrong with you. But nothing was wrong with you. You were perceiving accurately. Part of you doesn't belong here because part of you is from somewhere else, from a higher dimension, a higher frequency, a higher assignment, and that part has always known it. Now let me tell you what makes you different. You feel everything, not just your own emotions, everyone's. You walk into a room and you absorb the atmosphere instantly. You know who's hurting before they speak. You sense tension before it's visible. You detect deception before it's proven. This is not sensitivity. This is spiritual perception, operating at a frequency most humans never access. You see beyond what's presented. You see the truth behind the face, the intention behind the words, the wound beneath the behavior. People cannot hide from you, not truly, and that unsettles them. Because most people are used to being seen only on the surface. But you see depth, always, without trying, without wanting to. It just happens, because that's how you were designed. You heal rooms without speaking. Your presence alone shifts atmospheres, calms chaos, brings peace to people who didn't even know they needed it. You've been in situations where everything changed the moment you walked in. Not because of what you did, because of what you carry. Your energy precedes you. It arrives before your words. It lingers after you leave. People feel better around you, and they can't explain why. But you know, because you can feel it too. You carry something that transmits, something that reaches people on a level deeper than conversation, something that touches souls without touching skin. This is not normal. This is not human. This is divine frequency operating through a human vessel. You attract what others cannot. Strange things happen around you. Coincidences that aren't coincidences. Doors that open without knocking. People appearing exactly when needed. Solutions arriving from impossible places. Signs showing up with perfect timing. The universe responds to you differently, not randomly, specifically.
Because you're not operating on the same frequency as everyone else. You're tuned to a station that most people don't even know exists. And that station receives and transmits on a divine frequency. Now here's what God is revealing. The reason you've struggled so much is not because you're weak. It's because you've been trying to fit into a human-sized life with a divine-sized assignment. You've been trying to shrink, trying to be normal, trying to operate within limits that were never meant for you. And the friction you felt, the constant resistance, the sense that nothing quite fits, is the collision between your true nature and the box you've been trying to live inside. The box was never your home, it was your hiding place. And God is saying, come out. Stop hiding what you are. Stop apologizing for how you're designed. Stop dimming what was specifically lit to illuminate something only you can reach. Now let me speak to why this truth is being revealed now. Because the assignment is activating, the mission is beginning, the time for preparation is ending, and the time for manifestation is here. And you cannot step into what's coming while pretending to be something less than what you are. You cannot lead from hiding. You cannot heal from shrinking. You cannot fulfill a divine assignment from inside a box built by human limitation. So God is pulling the veil back right now, showing you what He sees when He looks at you. Not your failures, not your wounds, not your insecurities, not the version of you that people criticized. What He sees is what He placed inside you before the world got to it, before the pain covered it, before the rejection dimmed it, before the fear buried it. He sees the original design, the pure assignment, the divine deposit. And He's saying that is who you actually are. Now, walk in it. But here's the warning. When you step into this truth, not everyone will celebrate it. Some will be threatened by it. Some will try to pull you back into smallness, back into doubt, back into the version of you that didn't challenge their comfort. Let them. You cannot carry their comfort and your calling at the same time. One has to be released. And chosen one, it's time to release the need for people to be comfortable with who you are. Because who you are was never designed for comfort. It was designed for impact, for transformation, for the kind of change that makes people uncomfortable before it makes them free. That is the nature of what you carry, and it's time to stop apologizing for it. Now here's what shifts when you accept this truth. You stop searching for belonging in places that were never meant to hold you. You stop begging for validation from people who cannot perceive your frequency. You stop explaining yourself to those who were never assigned to understand you. You start walking with the quiet authority of someone who knows exactly what they are. You start making decisions not from fear of rejection, but from alignment with purpose. You start moving, not waiting for permission, not waiting for applause, not waiting for everyone to understand, just moving in full knowledge of who you are and what you were sent here to do. And that movement, that confidence, that unapologetic alignment with your true nature is what activates everything else. The right people, the right doors, the right resources, the right timing. It all responds when you finally respond to what you actually are. Chosen one, God is revealing your truth today, not to overwhelm you, to liberate you. Not to make you proud, to make you purposeful. Not to separate you from humanity, but to show you how to serve it at the highest level. You are not human. You are divine in human form, and the world is about to find out. Amen.